When I told the guys to knock it off with the girls, they said, "Chill, we can't help it, it's just biology." So I said, "Alright, let's test that theory." I was in the locker room after gym when I heard it. One of the guys in my grade, Brett, leaning over the bench doing an impression of something, saying he'd love to catch Amara bent over like this. My stomach turned. This was the exact kid Amara had told me was following her to her car. Then another one chimed in about how the girls' PE uniform made it so easy to watch them. And suddenly a bunch of things clicked into place. I was the guy everyone talked to, popular, friends with all the different groups, the person people trusted with stuff. Over the past year, a bunch of the girls had told me the boys were being creepy, and I'm not proud of this. I'd half assumed they were exaggerating. Standing in that locker room, I realized they hadn't been exaggerating at all. Over the next week, I actually paid attention. I watched guys accidentally brush hands against girls' backs in the crowded hallway. I heard the running commentary. I watched one of them trail a girl to the parking lot after school, close, calling out things at her while she walked faster. That was the one that did it. We were back in the locker room when I said something. "Yo, you guys are being genuinely gross with the girls. None of them like it. It's not a joke to them, and it's making all of us look bad. Cut it out." The room went quiet for a second. Then Brett snorted. "Bro's giving a TED talk." Somebody clapped me on the shoulder and told me acting like a hero wasn't going to get me anything. Within seconds, the whole room was ragging on me for being a try-hard. Then Logan said the thing that gave me the idea. He shrugged and said, "Look, man, it's not our fault. We've got testosterone. We literally can't control it. We're just being guys." Outside, I nodded. Inside, I was already building something, because that "can't control it" line was a claim, and claims can be tested. Here's what I did. And I want to be clear, it had nothing to do with anybody's identity. It had to do with behavior. I recruited a few of my buddies from the basketball team, guys who were big, confident, and, crucially, good actors who understood the point. I explained the girls' side, the following, the comments, all of it. Then I explained the plan. For one day, we do to Brett and Logan and their crew exactly what they'd been doing to the girls. Same volume, same closeness, same refusal to take a hint. Nothing sexual, nothing that crossed a line they hadn't already crossed themselves. Just the relentless, cornering attention. They were in immediately. I didn't tell the girls because I didn't want it to look like a performance for credit. I told my mom, who just looked at me and said, "Film it." Friday came. At lunch, my buddy Kwame sat down way too close to Logan, shoulders touching, and started complimenting his form walking to class. Another guy stood behind Brett's chair the entire time, not talking, just hovering, the way I'd watched Brett hover behind Amara. When Logan got up to throw his tray away, one of my friends followed him, not beside him, behind him, matching his pace, close. Every time Brett looked up from his food, somebody was watching him eat. Just constant, inescapable, why won't this stop attention. No touching that they hadn't done first, just the feeling of it. By the end of lunch, every guy at that table looked like a cornered animal. Their eyes kept darting to the exits. Logan kept shooting me looks, silently begging me to call it off. I just shrugged and ate my sandwich. The girls figured out what was happening about halfway through and started quietly losing it, pointing, cracking up. After school, the whole crew cornered me. Logan went first. "What the hell was that? Why were they acting like that, and why didn't you stop it?" The rest of them glared. I took a photo of their faces for my mom. Then I said it. They couldn't help it. High testosterone. It's just biology, right? Silence. And then I watched it land, one by one, as they realized they'd spent an entire lunch feeling exactly what the girls felt every single day, and that the "I can't control it" excuse had just been demolished in front of them. They stopped after that. Turns out they could control themselves just fine. They just needed to be on the other end of it for one lunch period to understand.